Dear viewers, you're watching ERi-TV English news broadcast for this hour. I'm your reporter Bersa Batakhla, and coming up are the major headlines for today. President Isaias held the talks with several leaders and Italian officials. Contribution of Tessene Health Center in ensuring public health. Israel says Gaza ceasefire talks in Paris are constructive, but gaps remain. And Japan's moon lander Slim comes back to life and resumes mission. On your local reports, President Isaias Afwerki and Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni of the Republic of Italy in the afternoon hours of today, 30 January, met and held extensive discussion on development of bilateral ties and mutual cooperation. The meeting that was held at the office of the Prime Minister Palazzo Chigi was conducted with a spirit of understanding and working in partnership. President Isaias highlighted the vast investment opportunities in Eritrea across various sectors such as roads, railways, ports, cable transportation, agriculture, innovation, fish resources, and energy. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni stated that she had assigned her first advisor to oversee the programs that would be carried out with Eritrea. These programs will involve consultations with the Eritrean government and meetings between Eritrea government officials and their Italian counterparts. At the meeting with Mr. Gilberto Pichetto Frattini, Minister of Environment and Energy, and Mr. Francesco Lollobrigida, Minister of Agriculture, Food and Forestry, President Isaias said that the relation between Eritrea and Italy has not begun with the current relations between Africa and Italy. It had rather unique and historical background that it had to go through positive and negative phases. Indicating that 150,000 Eritreans that were forcibly conscripted by Italy have become victims of all sorts, President Isaias urged for opening the archives of those Eritreans so that it will become a bridge for cooperation and strategic relations between the two countries. President Isaias elaborated that during the Italian colonialism, Eritrea used to possess modern institutions and infrastructure, transportation, ports, agriculture, and industry that were mainly serving the Italian settlers. However, President Isaias said that the British colonialism, with the pretext that Eritrea could not economically support itself, had an evil plan to federate Eritrea with Ethiopia. As a result, President Isaias went on to say that the British sold many of the modern facilities to foreign countries and destroyed the remaining ones. The institutions and facilities that remained were also destroyed during the 30 years of armed struggle for Eritrea's independence, President Isaias added. Mr. Gilberto Pichetto Frattini, on his part, said that the Africa-Italy summit will have significant importance in the development of relations between Italy and Africa in general, and that of historic relations with Eritrea, as well as in the cooperation in the sectors of mining and human resources development and others. Mr. Francesco Lollobrigida, Minister of Agriculture, Food and Forestry, on his part said that he will visit Eritrea to fully grasp and implement the idea and briefing forwarded by President Isaias. President Isaias, on the margin of the Africa-Italy summit on 29 January, met and held talks with President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud of the Federal Republic of Somalia and President William Ruto of the Republic of Kenya, focusing on the development of bilateral ties and cooperation and on issues of mutual interest. Mr. Berhe Hadgu, head of the Tessene Health Center, reported that Tessene Health Center is significantly contributing in ensuring the health of mothers and children. Mr. Berhe went on to say that the health center is equipped with the necessary facility and is contributing in easing the burden that the Tessene Hospital has been facing. Mr. Berhe also indicated that in 2023, the health center has provided health service to about 25,000 patients. He also said that as a result of the string public awareness, vaccination coverage has reached 100%, and as a result, the death rate of mothers and children has significantly been reduced. Mr. Berhe also explained that the sustainable environmental sanitation activities organized by administrations have played a significant role in reducing the prevalence of communicable diseases and called for their continuity. Ms. Medhin Gebremeskel, head of vaccination service, on her part, called on the public in general and mothers in particular to bring their children on time for vaccination. On your last local report, over 30,000 nafa contributed by Youth Workers Organization in Asmat subzone has been distributed to disadvantaged students who are children of martyrs. Mr. Hamid Jimeh, head of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the subzone, said that the objective of the support was to enable the disadvantaged students continue their education without being hampered by lack of school materials. Noting that supporting families of martyrs created spiritual satisfaction, Mr. Usman Adam, administrator of the subzone, expressed appreciation for the initiative the members of the organization took and called on others to follow the noble example. Dear viewers, we'll be back with your international reports and more. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. Israel said on Sunday that the discussions in Paris involving top U.S., Qatari, Egyptian and Israeli officials on a ceasefire in Gaza have adjourned, delivering constructive results. The meeting was defined as a constructive meeting, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said in a statement, while noting that significant gaps remain and will be further discussed this week in additional meetings. According to the office, the intelligence summit in Paris was attended by the director of the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, the Qatari Prime Minister, and the Egyptian intelligence minister. The Israeli delegation is led by David Barnea, chief of the Mossad Intelligence Agency, and Ronen Bar, head of the Shin Bet Internal Security Agency. The meeting is aimed at achieving a deal to end the conflict between Israel and the Hamas movement. However, Netanyahu has repeatedly stated that his government will not agree to a ceasefire deal while Hamas remains in power in Gaza. On today's final report, Japan's moonlander has resumed operations after being shut for a week due to a power supply issue. The Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency said it re-established contact with the lander on Sunday night, indicating that the glitch had been fixed. Its solar cells are working again after a shift in lighting conditions allowed it to catch sunlight, the agency said. It could not generate power when it landed on January 20, as the solar cells pointed away from the sun. With the smart lander for investigating Moon or SLIM spacecraft, Japan became only the fifth country to achieve a soft touchdown on the Moon after the US, the former Soviet Union, China, and India. Dear viewers, that was all with your domestic and international reports for today, and now a very quick recap of the major headlines. President Isaias held talks with several leaders and Italian officials. Contribution of the Sene Health Center in ensuring public health. Israel says Gaza ceasefire talks in Paris are constructive, but gaps remain. And Japan's moonlander SLIM comes back to life and resumes mission. That was it for today, dear viewers. Thanks for watching and have a good one.